All right, and then I'll go to my channel so I can see comments. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I had this. I figured because I have this cough thing, and I recently figured out it wasn't like a flu or sore throat thing. It was more I don't know if you've heard of GERD, GERD.
No.
Oh, okay, it's like acid reflux. So if you eat some of your trigger foods, if you eat like a trigger food, it comes back. It can like cause digestive issues, and
Mm,
when you sleep or whatever, it can go back up. And it can cause acid reflux and irritate your esophagus and your throat. Because your body is not digesting I think like the acid correctly, something like that. Like you have too much acid buildup in your digestive system, so it starts
mhm.
spits it back up, and then it irritates and it causes you to have a sore throat. My voice is a little hoarse right now. It happens at nighttime and in mornings, but like now I know the cause of it, so I'm kind of know what to do hopefully. But my cough is gonna be lingering for a little. I don't know. Hopefully not more than 2 months, 1 month until until I get that digestive thing fixed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned a lot because I had to read a lot. It was annoying. I thought it was like a bronchitis or flu for like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Learned out it's not nothing doesn't even have to do with that. It's a digestive issue thing. And yeah, and the way how I got it, I mean, I was with my friend, some friends, and then we got it was late. There's nothing else to order, and I think what was it called? Oh, it was his birthday, and then we got like a carnita carnitas fries, and carne asada fries, and sometimes pork irritates me, but sometimes it doesn't. But like from this place, I got the carnita fries, and obviously I love the pork. I always did, but I'm gonna have to, like I'm pretty much not gonna eat pork for like at least 3 months now. But anyways, I had a lot of it, and just the next day, the next week was just a lot of burping, a lot of gas. I couldn't sleep at night. I had so much gas, and then gas buildup, like it wouldn't get released. Um, and so I was like a week sick from that. But then after I got like a little better from the gas stuff, it turned into a horrible cough. So yeah, May was not pretty.
Damn. That
Yeah,
sucks, man. Sorry to hear that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was more annoying. I think bronchitis or like pneumonia or COVID is worse, but it's just been annoying. So, but now I know what to do. But yeah. So now at least I can talk. At least I can work out. So I'm doing a little better now. How are things with you?
I'm good, man. Just here.
And don't mind
Been
if I cough every now and then. It's
No,
normal.
no, no. It's all good. I
Yeah.
don't mind. No, I've just been here, still doing the sex maxing shit, and
Yeah.
just uploaded some few videos on my other end.
Mhm.
Um, that's about it. But I don't really see anything taking off. There's a lot of demonetization going on with YouTube.
Mhm.
So as soon as you put the word black pill or incel or
Mhm.
anything original like that, I mean, you're
Mhm.
pretty much already shadow banned automatically, even if you have a small subscribe count. So
So the fine shadow ban, like they don't recommend your videos even to your own subscribers,
yeah,
or oh, pretty much that.
yeah, that and they basically just you're kind of like not banned, but you're just placed on a shadow list of not recommended videos.
Yeah,
So
they've been. Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube's task force has been doing that like in the past year. I don't know if like Black Pill thing even died because it died as a trend, or it died because YouTube's shadow ban is just really, really strong, and it stopped it from increasing in popularity and views.
Right. Well, it's hard to pinpoint what's really
Yeah,
killing the black pill, but I mean, you got so many factions within it that we kind of already we're the worst, probably the worst faction out of all Manosphere channels.
hmm
It's just a black pill sphere because we all disagree with pretty much one another, and we disagree with even the larger factions like the red pill. So
yeah,
we're the most complex category.
yeah. Even like some of my videos, I mean, I keep getting comments like, I don't get your videos recommended. I don't get your new videos recommended or anything like that. So I guess I see what you mean. I mean, I'm probably shadow banned. You're probably shadow banned. Some others even more.
Well, I think it has to do also with like YouTube is not stupid. That's why they always wanted to have they want you to have basically one email, and that one email associates you with whichever person you first start broadcasting whatever content. So they're
hmm
not stupid. So like I deleted my old channel, which was bigger, but I still use the same email. So
hmm
they know that I'm the same person. So they,
Mm.
yeah, they're not dumb. And a lot of people do that. I mean, shit, Undead Chronic, have no
Uh-huh.
idea how he's kept 50,000 plus subscribers, but he's been like fucking canceled like 13 times, like a lot of times, dude. He's been like literally canceled by YouTube like over
hmm
10 times. And
Jeez.
Hammerhand just got his channel removed too not too long ago, and he's back at 3,000 subscribers.
Jeez.
Originally, he had like 70,000. So that should tell you something.
Oh, Hamman? Oh, dang.
Yeah, he just got canceled again. He came back, but they're gonna keep on censoring every single one of us.
No, I know. It's dang. Oh, Undead Chronic. Yeah, I see his name a lot in the comments of big main like I don't know, bigger channels. Maybe like Wheat Waffles or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've.
We're so divided, man. We might as well start making blue pill content. See how that goes.
Oh, it's funny. My one of my friends was graduating the his master's from college for like counseling and to be a counselor, and then he was like, yeah, and then I like, you're going to the ceremony. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the blue pill walk. The blue pill walk. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. A lot of that. Oh man, yeah. A lot of the education system is just yeah. It's completely infiltrated by like giga blue pill.
Well, they want us to be subservient to not just to women but societies. You know, they
Yeah,
men are the fuel of everything. Even if you're a non-select male, like you may not get any women, but you're still contributing to the gyno system by simply being a taxpayer, man. Even if it's a low wage job, I mean, you're still paying. So
yeah, yeah, and you've heard of you've heard of the term Latinx, right?
the term what again?
Latinx.
No.
Oh no. Oh, okay. But yeah, man, like even in the education department, it's a lot. It's a lot of girls. It's a lot of gays, and like a lot of them end up working at the higher university system, especially like in the administrative department. Well, the girls, a lot of them like to study that. And funny thing about the gays, they definitely are. What's the word? I think nepotism. They definitely hire within themselves. Um,
Of course.
There a lot because I used to know a guy. I used to be in this program, and it was for like higher educate, like higher, like PhDs and stuff. And the guy, he was pretty much a flaming homo. Is he was a
Damn.
gay guy, and then, like we would it was kind of unprofessional. And like sometimes we would go to events for like conferences for like a high, PhD research and all that. And that we would walk into downtown, and he would just like go to the gay bars, and just like hook up right there. Like they're they're, they're very much more eager to just like find other gays and have sex. But anyways, he had a lot of friends in the education department when he would visit other colleges. So they're very rampant in in the universities. And I'm not talking about like low tier universities. I'm talking like mid tier and probably high tier too.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all those. It's really sad, but I talked about this a million years ago. That being a gay guy in a gynocentric society is they got it made
Oh
because
yeah.
I made an old video that had a lot of views a long time ago, and I talked about that, and I said that when you have that shit is because women don't want to deal with you, so they get happy that other men are dealing with you, and it's not other women.
Mm-hmm.
So it plays out in their favor. That's why there was another channel too. I forgot the name of it. It was a popular channel, and it said why women want you to be gay, and it was so brutal, man,
Mm-hmm.
because it was basically explaining the same shit that I said, that you're basically being taken care of sexually by other men and
Mm-hmm.
not women.
Mm-hmm.
So all your sexual needs are being met, but not by women. And so they want you to be gay so you'll leave them alone and not bother them, because it goes back to the 80-20 thing, which women don't find most men attractive. So that's how fucking brutal this shit is, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's why I can't really align myself too well with the conservatives of today, because a lot of them will just say like, oh, typical fiscally conservative, but the whole gay stuff, that's fine. That's cool. I don't judge. I just want like fiscally conservative, small government, and let people be gay. The gay agenda, that's I'm not homophobic or anything. So they're all cool. So that's where I'm like, I don't agree with that. I agree. I think that they are doing into like that whole agenda is part of the problem as well, and that's what. But it's not mainstream to think that way, because that's like, I don't know, maybe that's stepping back 30 years, but I think like that is also part of the problem, that the new world is like their fantasy almost. It aligns very well with
Oh,
95% of them.
it's already a reality. There was a movie, MGTOW Dictionary talked about this a long time ago. He made a good prediction. I don't know if you know who MGTOW Dictionary is, but he also goes by Smash TV. It's a Black Pill channel, and
Oh yeah, I was watching that guy like 3-4 years ago.
yep.
He's very controversial and he has some interesting past. So I can't align myself too well with him, but he does say some truths and he does say some lies in my opinion. But that's just my
Yeah,
take.
I'm not really on his I'm not rooting for his channel either. I'm right there with you. The way you described him is
Hmm.
perfectly well how I
Oh,
described him.
okay.
So I'm glad you're on that, and I'm with you
That
there.
wavelength, yeah.
Right, right. But he did predict it. Well, he didn't predict it, but he talked about a movie from the fucking 80s, I think, or 90s, called The Brave New World,
Yeah.
and it was basically predicting the shit that we're seeing right now. Basically, what we're just talking about right now, how the gay agenda and rainbow people and the
Hmm.
conservatives. So
Yeah, yeah. I was talking to my friend. He was he was gonna be in the seminary, Catholic seminary, and like up in like, I don't know, Northern California. He's gonna be a priest and all that. And they go heavy with the theology, the philosophy. Um, he talked about that a lot. And he was explaining to me something that I was kind of sensing, but he actually like did the curriculum for it. So, and I thought, oh man, would be definitely beneficial for the black pill people to hear. Um, excuse me. So the first one is like normalize normalize gay, the marriage of gays. That's like the first thing to do. And at the time, they were just like, oh, that's all we want, right? Like, you're old enough to remember, right? Like, remember they were just saying that's all we want, right?
yep.
Yeah, that's all we want. Like, we don't want anything more. Just give us that, and we're good. And we all know that was a lie. So that was the first step. And then the second step was like dismantle the gender roles, dismantle the genders, So that's when the whole transsexual, trannies in bathrooms, trannies win in Olympics. So, the whole dismantle the genders and what a gender
Yeah,
is.
you're talking about gender abolition.
Abolition, yeah. And then I was debating my friend. I was telling him, but I don't think they could ever normalize pedos. And he disagreed. But then he explained it to me and I agreed with him because then the third step was the third step was normalize sexuality with children. And the way to that was give personal freedom of sexuality to children, to young people. When you do that, because they're going to argue, why are you not letting children decide for themselves? And this goes in the same thing. Like, why aren't you letting children become a girl? If they're 5-year-old and they want to become a girl, they have the right to do that. And they're already on that path right now. Like the children are already changing genders. So
Yeah.
they're dismantling not religious, they're dismantling a sexual freedom for children instead of the parents having taken care of it. So with that step, with children having the personal liberty of their sexuality, the next step, obviously some children are going to choose to be with older men and women.
Damn.
And that's the next step. Once they have the right, the liberty, then you can't
Normalizing
argue against.
pedophilia.
You're normalizing pedophilia, exactly.
Damn.
And that blew my mind. I'm like, shit, you're right. And he had the curriculum he took at the monastery. This goes way back. So they all
Shit,
predicted this.
if I had a kid and any fucking old bitch or old hack or old man tried to touch my kids, man, that'd be the end for them.
Huh?
I said if
Yeah.
I had kids and they try to touch, if I find out, man, I would take care of it, man. I wouldn't give a fuck afterwards if I go to prison, man. There ain't nobody touching my kids. That's why I'm glad I don't have kids.
Exactly. And that's a very patriarchal kind of mindset that the society wants to destroy. You and me, we're very patriarchal like that. As opposed to making this like a cucked matriarchy or some crap like that. So yeah, man, I that's what I learned, and I was like, dang. So yeah, I don't know if you had anything to that.
I mean, no, I'm not surprised. Lamprey Milk from MGTOW Chats, he talked about that to me back in 2021. He says they're just trying to get to the children. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I just don't see the turn on of being with the child. That's so fucking sick, man. That's twisted. It's nasty. It's even gross, man. That's why, like, when I hear dudes talking about they want 18, barely 18, I don't even like that. I like at least women in their early 20s, but not even 18. So I'm okay with women 22, 23, 24, really 25. So I mean, I get why men with resources like younger women. It's really just because they're very fertile, so you can produce healthy children. I get that part. But when you start going younger, that's like you got to start questioning that person. Is he sick? Is he twisted? Or is he really just turned on by the youth? Because I mean, you remember in Mexico, Mexico, they were getting fucking
16.
married by the age 14, 15.
14, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but it was like, well, it was like a 14-year-old girl with like a 16-year-old guy, but that was because of family necessity. The women had to live and depend on those men back in those days. But man, those days are long gone. Go ahead. You were gonna say something?
Well, even like in some areas now, like it was 2 years ago, my cousin told me, very patriarchal Mexican women, they're still okay with that age gap thing. Like my old coworker's cousin, he was 30 and he married like a 17-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl. I'm not saying it's common, but it's at least it happens more there, much more than here in some areas,
Yeah.
I will say the women that are like that are still like in the patriarchy, like still living in the patriarchy pretty well. They're definitely not in the city, and if they are in the city, they're probably like marrying. Actually, no, 16 is too young for the city. I guess in the city it would be like 23 to like a 40-year-old entrepreneur or some crap like that. But yeah, it is interesting because like some women, some women there in Mexico do date very older. It was funny because when I was on dating apps, I was like, I think I was 27, and I was talking to or 28, and I messaged a girl, a Mexican girl, or Mexican American, and she was 23. Yeah, 23, 22. And she got so offended at me. Like after I sent her a message, she changed her bio. Like, or if you're older than 26, than 3 years or 4 years older than me, don't message me or I will block you. I'm like, damn. Like I know Mexican girls, it's easy for them to date 10 years. Like what the heck? So she's probably very Americanized.
Yeah, I mean, America's a fucked up nation because it was really white guys that allowed white feminists to get their way, and then they lost control of their fucking Frankenstein, and then now white feminists gave that power to black women, and black women are giving it to Hispanics and so on. So, their sisterhood is very unifying. So
Oh, it is
it
very unifying. Yeah.
so shout out to Dark Cell. He made a hell of a good live stream when he talked about brotherhood versus sisterhood, and it's brutal, man, because sisterhood, they're always going to come together, even regardless of what fucking society they're in.
Mm-hmm.
They're always they have to come together because that's how women survive when they're together. You see this shit in the animal kingdom. The lioness,
Mm-hmm.
they hunt together and they defend each other because when there's no lion male
Mm-hmm.
around, they're very prone to getting killed by hyenas and other fucking
Oh
animals.
yeah.
So women, you see the same shit with human females. They come together regardless of race, and they have to survive. They'll put their racism or their
Mm-hmm.
differences aside to survive. And especially in a high end society where there's no threat, they still come together, but it's more of a social political reason as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to men. Men are always divided. Even when we unify each other, we all it takes is one guy to tell another guy, "I'm not going to follow your order," and that destroys the whole tribe. And
Oh
and the black pill part about that is that men were actually born. They were meant. We were kind of meant to be tribal. This is why we're always arguing with one another,
yeah.
even in whichever. Even if I mean, look at how many red pillars are fighting against other red pillars. You got the Rollo Tomasi faction. You got the Hammerhand faction. You got the Donovan
Yeah.
Sharp faction. I mean, that's like 3, 4, 5 factions. The same thing with the black pill. You got the Insomatics faction. You got the MGTOW dictionary faction. You got the Tails Black queer faction. You got the base escort cell faction. You got
Yeah.
yours, mine. I mean, we're so fucking divided, bro.
Yeah. I
Even
agree.
under
Yeah.
the same belief. That's the saddest part.
I do sense like yeah, I do when it comes to simps or anti-simps holding down the line and feminists holding down the line, anti-simps break down their chain much quicker than feminists. They yeah, they're very because if you think about the gender war here, one of us has to break, and it's the men that are yielding for the girls right now in this war in the U.S. Um, so pretty much the girls, I mean, they're pretty much they're not for their pussy hole, whatever you want to call it, they're not giving that much for a relationship. And all of our ancestor men of all our ancestors, your dad, my dad, your grandfather, they wouldn't take these women as they are.
Oh no, hell no.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't take, but we are. So we're not holding down the line, not
No,
one
we're
ounce
not.
compared to there. Yeah.
No, you're right. And I love how you professionally roasted me a while back when you said, well, if you're fucking out the old women, you're contributing to the problem. Like, yeah,
Oh,
you're right. But that's how bad the thirst is in both of us, dude.
yeah.
It's not entirely our fault. It's just that we're basically scrapers, man. We're scrapers. We have to basically take what we can get.
Yeah.
Unless you have resources, then you can pick and choose like women. But I mean, I definitely don't. I'm not too sure about you, but I
Hmm.
definitely don't. So
Oh, yeah.
there's so many guys like me.
I mean, I even had a debate with my friend another time. He's like, "All right, if you were escort maxing, aren't you contributing to the problem? You're making these escorts feel like they're goddesses." But I did destroy him a bit in that debate because okay, so this is how the debate happened. I was roasting him for liking Instagram thoughts pictures online, um, and not like caring if they follow him back or caring if they like his pictures, like just straight up simping for Insta thoughts.
Right.
Um, I was roasting him, and then he said, "Okay, well, aren't you simping for like escorts when you were escort maxing um, from girls online? Because you're also kind of putting them on a high pedestal because you're giving them money and all that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I got the sex, he got nothing. So
Exactly. It's
so
not. It's. I mean, the no. I love that because I've been in those similar debates with other people.
debates, yeah.
But in your defense, you have the best defense, which is you weren't really simping because you got the sex that you want. Basically, you got the validation. Women still have to validate you, even when it comes to sex work.
That is
So
true.
so you still passed not only the status threshold, but the looks as well, and obviously the money. So
Hmm.
it's not really simping because well, I shouldn't be saying it, but sex work gives women a actual price on their body,
Yes.
and they don't like that because they know that they're not worth what they think they are. So of course, they don't like it, but they do it out of necessity. So
Hmm.
it's not really simping. However, other people can interpret it as simping because I mean you work hard for your money
Hmm.
and you're basically just giving it to her when you could have gotten it for free if you
Hmm.
would have joined the circus. The problem with
The
that
circus,
is that
yeah.
when you join the circus, it's not guaranteed. You don't know if you're going to get laid or not.
Hmm.
So on top of that, you're when you join the circus, you're going to be spending money, and you don't know if you're going to get anything. So at least
It's not just
with
money; it's also time.
time and validation, right,
Yeah.
and resources. So
Hmm.
it you got to basically choose your poison. Now, for people that call it simping, I would say, well, which type of simp do you prefer? The simp who simps and gets laid, or the simps who simps and doesn't get laid? You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's better to be a simp and get laid than not better to be a simp and not get laid. Which obviously neither. It's not good to simp either way, but at least if you get the sex, then it was worth it because that's all you're really after. But I wouldn't call it simping if you're paying escorts. I wouldn't do it. I just look at it as a transaction, temporary
Yeah.
transaction.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I saw it. It was just transaction for transaction. And the thing about escrow maxing to me at the time was just like it's also the money, but I'm very so I'm very time dependent. I'm very my I focus my the well my life is focused in two. I give two focuses or two preferences. I don't know the right word, but low stress. Try to have my life low stress and try not to waste. Try to be efficient with my time. With the circus, you're honestly just hoping to get lucky as an average guy, or even as a Chad Light. You're just hoping to get lucky, and it's higher stress and it's lower time productivity. So if I have to go to a bar in the middle of downtown to talk to some chicks, that's easily 3 4 hours of my Saturday or Sunday, whatever, Saturday or Friday. Swiping on Tinder and apps. I used to take me like 2 3 hours a day, 2 3 hours. For an average guy, it can take an hour of swiping a day. Hour of swiping, I could be learning the piano. I could be like, there's a lot of other productive things I could be doing, side business. So that's where I just like, I'm like, damn, it's just, what am I, it can see, it's a waste of time. It's the time thing really killed me, for me.
Yeah, that's why I said when you escort max, um, it's not it. I mean, anything takes time, but that's a guaranteed piece of
Yeah.
ass.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the end goal anyway. Especially if you've already taken the black pill, there's no reason to ask yourself if what I'm doing. You shouldn't even be asking validation. You should just be asking how much money is she going to charge me. That's it.
You
So
know,
many
I
dudes still question the wrong things. Go ahead, my bad.
no, I was I was curious about you saying you still need to get validated by your looks. And that's true because sometimes they ask, right? Are you black? What's your age? Stuff like that, right?
Yeah, because it's becoming prostitution is becoming normalized. It's going to be the future of most non-select guys.
Mm-hmm.
Even average looking guys like sevens, even they're going
Mm-hmm.
to have to start paying for pussy. I mean, like flat out, everybody pays for it, but there's some guys who pay for it later. There's guys who pay for it directly, and then other guys who pay for it indirectly. So it
Yeah.
just depends. It really depends what avenue she's going to make you want to take. So if you don't want, if you want to do the least simping, I would say just sex max what I do, which is just see how many options you got of not just escorts, but like old women, if you even have that option,
Yeah.
or if you're even into old women, or like just women from different races. So that's why I never call myself an escort maxer. I just call myself a sex maxer because that at the end of the day, I mean, what you're trying to get is anything sexual, and if she's into it, she's into it, you know. So like I
Yeah.
told you, I fucked that Hispanic chick last year in November, didn't pay
Mm-hmm.
her anything.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. She was tall, she had a big booty. So but that was only one time, but shit, at least I didn't pay nothing. It was just straight up sex.
If you're sex maxing, then you probably are open to threesomes. Because I've noticed a lot of girls are open to threesomes. A lot of girls that will give even an average guy a chance, because it's very rare to find a guy who's will. I don't mean I mean threesome like two guys, one girl. It's
Oh
really
hell no.
hard to find a guy that will let another guy like. I think there, especially when I was on dating apps, some girls were willing to make me lose my virginity, but I had to be willing to have sex with like in the threesome and maybe like have the guys like suck my cock. Almost like gay
Mm,
maxing, dude.
no, I would, you know, like sex maxing, I would define it as non-gay. You're just trying to fuck as many as women as possible with or
Yeah.
without money. But I would never do a threesome with another dude or one chick. I would honestly just do it with two chicks, but I don't see that happening unless I pay them. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pay two chicks. That's expensive, man. I had one girl ask me, she was like, I have a homegirl here with me. If you can do 450 for both of us, we'll give you an hour. I'm like, fuck that, an hour? No, give me 2 3 hours. So no, I
Yeah.
didn't. No. And then she got mad and she's like, well, never mind. I'm like, cool. I saved my money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even about the. It was like usually when I would get in those conversations because I was just horny. It was like mostly they wouldn't even talk about the sucking dick. Like they would just say if it would be nice if you did, and I would just get like gay vibes, and I just oh man, this is what it takes to freaking lose your virginity. So I was like, so I just thought like oh dang, like whoever is gay or bi, there's no such thing as almost incel them. Like they're gonna have much more chances to I guess
Yeah,
ascend.
it's stupid when I hear some incels say that that's over for gay cells. I'm like, what?
Not even
Ah,
no.
shit.
Not even
No such
close.
thing. Shit, not
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 even
in this
close.
society. Them fucking gay dudes are getting fucking manly ass every day.
Yep. Yeah. And
I
obviously you
would
and
I
me
would
aren't going that way, but yeah.
nah, hell no, fuck no. I'd rather fuck a fucking robot at that point, female
um,
robot.
Yes, people are up this time. Someone AI girlfriends are coming. Yeah.
I hate that shit, dude. I hate it,
What
but
do you think
yeah,
about that? That's a good topic, by the way.
yeah.
Shout out to him. What do you think about the whole AI and like that actually could? Well, on one front, we'll talk about the second front after the dating app thing. But the first front, like them creating like personalized male comforters, like AI male robot comforters, talkers, daters, whatever.
What do I think about that? I think it's
Yeah.
mental illness, man. Like I know how to be alone. I don't need a fucking woman to be talking to me. Shit, I'll talk to myself instead of talking to some AI because the AI is programmed. It's not
Yeah.
genuine. It's
Yeah.
not real. It's just
Yeah.
programmed. And they're gonna make it so far advanced to where it's gonna discredit what I'm saying
Oh yeah.
um that it's not genuine. It's good. People are gonna find ways to make it so genuine so that there's no argument to say that it's not genuine. But
Oh yeah.
I'm always gonna be like, it's still a fucking robot. It's not a real woman. And by the way, where the hell is she? Is she gonna be on my phone, on my computer? Is she gonna be floating around in some device around me? I mean, shit.
It's
You
gonna
like
be like.
Cortana from Halo?
Well, you're a little older than me. You remember the movie Flubber?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the robot girl, and then they made that hologram.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cute too. Yeah, I guess
Or
it'll be something like that.
Cortana's hot, but I still wouldn't fuck her. I mean, that's a
Oh
goddamn
no, yeah.
holographic AI. It's not real. So I'm not with that, man. I really hate that movement. Sandman's on that bullshit, but I'm not on it, man. And
Yeah, no,
they
I'm on
talked
it.
about it on Tim Pool. Tim
Hmm.
Pool talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's different ways that male need comfort. I mean, there's the sexual end, but then a lot of, especially men that are more blue pill inclined, are there's the talking end, the I don't want to be lonely end, the I need a girl, I want to
Well,
talk to a girl.
you're forgetting one thing. This is the mistake a lot of incels and black pillars do is that blue pillars they want the same thing as black pillars or incels. They want genuine women. So I don't see blue pillars simping to AI. I really don't because
Ah,
they
okay.
you see they want the real thing. They're not going to be they're not as stupid as we think they are. They're still going to want to simp to a genuine woman. So like you see these guys are so pathetic on Twitter. They be sending money to these hoes, but that's because they're real women. If there
Mhm.
were bots, they're gonna start getting blue pill rage. They don't want bots. They want real women to simp to. Dude, it's gonna get so bad that even the blue pilled simps are not gonna be able to simp to real women anymore. That's how bad it's gonna get, man.
If the robots come, then all the women will get priced out. That all the right? Is that what you're saying, kind of thing?
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that for some women that are so antisocial that are getting already all their social attention needs met, they're
Yeah.
gonna want to use robots to distract those guys. But
Ah, I
those
see.
those guys aren't gonna want the robots because they're so used to simping for a real woman that they're gonna have a hard time simping to a damn robot. There's gonna be questions
Yeah,
robots won't be able to, to say or ask. It is I don't know, bro. We're heading
yeah.
towards such a dark future, man.
I know. Oversphere.
Exactly. I'm so ahead of the game. That's what I call my channel.
Yeah, I guess you say it's okay. So you're making a lower target for the amount of men that will be satisfied with robot chicks.
It's gonna
I
be the self-aggrandizers. Go ahead, mother.
I'm gonna give a higher target, I guess, than what's within the mainstream expectation. Or I'm gonna go ahead with, I guess, the major expectation that I do think it will, because there are a lot of people, there are a lot of blue pillars. I see comments and there's like, oh, we're the robot girls. I'd rather just get a robot chick for now. But you think that's just a small, tiny population? I guess you're saying.
Yeah, I think it is because, like I said, you can't replace anything artificial with something realistic because your body has been programmed to detect the real thing for so many years that using all this other shit
Hmm.
is going to destroy your genuine desire, and you're going to have a hard time adjusting to that. Like we don't
Nah, yeah.
adjust to shit as quickly as other people do. It's a human thing. Humans are not easily acclimated to all of a sudden changes. Not even women. Women are better at it because it takes them less,
Got it.
but men are not. That's part of our primal, you can say alpha
Yeah,
instinctual genetics. We even if you're an incel, you still have some alpha traits. Like you're
yeah,
not going to you're that's why you were born a male because that's the alphaness that you
yeah,
have.
yeah,
Your sperm was so potent that you fight to get to that
oh
egg, and
yeah,
now you're born. That's
yeah.
that's the alpha that you have,
And yeah,
and you may not be 6'5", but you were born. You even from a fucking microscopic level, the all the people that are born now, they had to fight to be born.
oh yeah.
Something that we don't even have the conscious to
That's why
remember, but
every one of us has that fight in them somewhere,
exactly.
somewhere.
That's you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I don't see a lot of guys adjusting to fucking robots. It's gonna take years, but I don't think most guys. I sure as hell am not. I mean, shit. Every time I have a hard time getting my rocks off, like
Yeah.
with an escort, because that shit's gonna become dead too, because there's gonna be nothing but like 3s and 4s and even no, not even 3s. It's gonna be like 1s and 2s. And so I shit at that point I just go to massage parlors, which the women are way better looking. They're just small. That's the only thing. I don't like small frame women.
Oh yeah,
but I'd rather take them. I'd rather take them that are physically real than some stupid robot or some ugly ass fucking Medusa looking bitch.
Yeah. I personally think that I think it's like many things, like working from home and office. Like obviously, in-person interaction, nothing beats that. Nothing beats it. But in this new world, we're just going to be limited in that. The offset of the cost of the offices is just going to be too much to the point where it just makes more sense for everyone to be online. But I'm not going to lie and say it's better. I'm the best one is obviously if you sit right next to your boss and you learn. Like that's the best way. But it's just the best. You're just adapting to a limited way. Same thing with marriage. It's best if your wife didn't have sex before you. You know, at least hopefully zero. Hopefully at least be under 10. But the best is 0 men before you, so she can't compare and do all that unicorn crap. But it's a new world. I mean, guys, we're just doing the best. We're just doing the best with what we can do, unfortunately. So I think that's how it's going to be with the robot chick. I think guys are not going to be crazily, you know, it's not going to replace the real thing. But just like guys dating hoes, it's the best. That's just going to be the best they can get. However, I do feel like there'll be an uprising through time, through decades, and eventually there's going to be some sort of sexual uprising, a revolution of some sort that guys are going to be the frustration is going to grow decade by decade. But in the meanwhile, I think it's going to fill a little hole for like a lot of these lonely blue pillars throughout time. Like I said, I don't think it'll replace it, but I do think it, you know, especially as they make 3D robots and all that. I don't know. Like I think it
If
could.
it ever gets that big, man, I'm gonna blame it on the red pillars like TFM, because they are the main ones pushing for that shit. Like TFM, think about it. He has 85, probably more by now, but he has 85,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's 85,000 men. Probably less than that. I'm sure that he has some bots, but man, think about it. Let's just say out of 85,000 subscribers that he has, let's just say 70,000 are real men. That's 70,000 men wanting to fuck an artificial inanimate object, man. That's sad, dude. That's
no,
sad.
I think it's sad too. But I just say don't underestimate the patheticness of the modern man, the modern.
Oh yeah, no, you're right on that. You got me on that. Yeah, no, I forgot. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yeah. It's to be fair though, this is kind of far-fetched stuff. It won't happen.
It
not happening
sounds
next year.
far-fetched, but it won't be when it gets to that time.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So you're gonna see simps. You're gonna see simps simp to mannequins.
Yeah. Especially if they're made just the way they like them. Yeah.
But they're gonna throw that money at inanimate objects, and it's just gonna land on the fucking ground. And the fucking mannequins, they're not gonna do anything because they're not real.
Well, it's the same thing. Like I think women are gonna create Chad mannequins too, and Chad mannequins that like they have big dicks and all that, and tall and made just the way they want it, while they're living with their cats in their apartment. So it's gonna be a sadder society overall. Just a bunch of the afterworld of the good times.
Yeah, that sucks because we're actually supposed to be the opposite. We're supposed to always get better as time goes on with all the technology that we have. But
No,
you can't destroy natural cues. This is what's happening is women's natural cues are not being destroyed. It's men's who are being destroyed because we keep coming up with all these bullshit masturbator alternatives. Instead of actually doing something genuine. For women, it's different. And this is so black pill that TFM said that when women masturbate, they release a chemical from their body. Once they release it, they don't need a actual real male. So their orgasm is so much more different from ours.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? For
Mhm.
us, we simp so bad for the real thing because that's our body telling us this is how genuine our desire is for physically real women. You're
Yeah.
not gonna have that same mentality when you know something is not real, like a fucking mannequin or a sex
Yeah.
toy. You see what I'm saying? Because we've
Yeah.
been hardwired for thousands of years to chase the real thing. So when you don't get the real thing, you're gonna start developing all kinds of sexual illnesses like
Hmm.
erectile dysfunction, small penises.
Well, look at all the mental illnesses on the rise, like these past
Right.
20, 15 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, the left or the whatever, they don't want to. They don't want to. They want to say it's all economic. They don't want to. They don't want to say anything sexual.
Well,
That's
the
also
left
based off.
the left says one thing, the right says another. The right is when it comes to that, I hate the conservative right because they don't want to acknowledge that it's actually a female problem.
Ah,
They
yeah,
they
yeah.
say they say it's
They're white
old.
knights.
Right. They say it's an economical issue or it's
Yeah,
a financial thing, or they always
yeah.
come up with any other thing except blaming it on females.
That's true.
The
Yeah,
the left is even worse because they'll also say they blame it more on on an
patriarchy.
ideology,
Yeah,
huh?
the patriarchy
On the patriarchy.
and
They blame it
capitalism.
on men. They
Hmm.
blame it on men. They blame it on capitalism, which is a socio-economical thing.
Yeah,
Uh, and every other thing except for females. So the one thing the left and the right have in common is that they don't blame it on the women. The left blames it more on a social thing
yeah,
or an ideology, and the right blames it more on an economical, financial thing.
yeah. And that's the good thing about the black pill. It's like we recognize it's the women the women are a problem as well.
Well, both the red pill and the black pill, they have one thing in common is that we know it's the women.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We don't. We have our other alternative uh blaming thing,
yeah,
but those are different. Like the red pill and the black pill, no, it's a female problem, but the blaming is different. Like for the red pill, you always hear them blame it on women, but what is it that women have? It's hypergamy, right? That's what the red pill
yeah,
says.
yeah,
The black pill is always about looks, which is genetic determinism.
yeah,
So it's different, but it's still the same. At least we agree that it's the women.
yeah. That's where we come. That's where we unite.
We unite, right? But we still divide because the red pillars, when they try to help the black pillars, they say, what are the solutions? They say, well, I mean, why don't you just like Undead Chronic, he says work on your muscles
Yeah,
and get your finances right, right? Which is
yeah,
like a PUA kind of thing to say. That's why
yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
roasted. And then you hear black pillars say, I mean, well, just get your money straight. So you might as well just hire escorts at that point.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
solutions are very different still from red pill and black pill.
And technically, black pills also would tell you to get surgery too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Red pillars will just tell you to, oh, just go to the gym, bro.
So I don't know if red pillars have caught on to the surgery thing, but I think it's too controversial for them. So then I think surgery maxing is still kind of black pillish.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it. No, that like
Yeah.
every time I've heard Hammerhand or Undead Chronic, Hammerhand is like completely anti-dating, so he doesn't give you any advice how to get women. He just
Mm.
says probably the same as Kevin Samuels or somebody else.
Oh
Just
yeah.
get your money right. I mean, he's a MGTOW monk, so they're the least person to ask. But Undead Chronic will just say, go to the gym and get your money right. That's it.
Yeah.
You ask base escort cell, he'll just tell you, man, just buy pussy. You ask me, I'll say the same thing. I'll say either
Oh,
buy
we got the
pussy,
passport bros, geomaxing.
right? You ask them, or you'll ask someone like
I think that.
Whoremaxer.
Hmm.
He'll tell you to Whoremax.
I think passport bros, geomax. I think that's more black. That's more red pill. I think
Yeah, no, that's
it's
more red
still a
pill.
societal kind of thing. Yeah.
Because the problem with red pillars is that they're still trying to find that wife experience in
Yes.
another country. That's
Yeah.
why they get roasted by the black pill.
Yeah.
The black pill is we know female nature is universal. They just have lesser chances in poor nations, which are actually not even patriarchal. They're actually androcentric. They're even more
Yeah.
extreme
Yeah.
for the favor of men. So you go to like a very poor town in Colombia or in Mexico, you're more likely going to be the chooser. of what kind of female you want.
Yeah.
That's why I've had people tell me, man, if you like tall women, you better go to like one of these poor nations like Brazil, where the women are tall and they don't have the power to choose. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, hell yeah, because the women in Brazil are fucking tall, man.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I told you last stream, my Nigerian girl that I was talking to before, my girlfriend and all that. She was like contacting me around like a couple of months ago, like, oh, so maybe we think we're still friends, or like there's like two of them. And I was reading up their economy. Their economy is getting shit, especially because they're getting killed by the U.S. dollar, especially 2 months ago. So, and they were like both. One was 5'8", the other one was 6 feet.
Damn.
Yeah, like black, like yeah. And the black one was like I think she was like a model or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you got, but they're tall, but man, they're poor as heck, man.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, it's still you may choose them, and if, as long as they have that very old way of thinking, you'll
Yeah.
be all right. But once they become modernized, they know that now it's women that have the power, so they're going to basically monkey branch. I mean, you hear the
Oh yeah.
horrible, sad stories all the time about, um, some of these guys that
I
bring women
know.
back from like Ukraine, and then after
I
like a year
know.
they leave them, and it's like, fuck, man.
I know. I'm scared for my friend. He's geomaxing in Brazil. He's been like in a long distance relationship with her for like 3 years, and he's still waiting on the embassy to approve the papers. But then I'm scared, man. Like, well, one, I'm scared. Like once she comes here, I ain't gonna see the light of day of him anymore because of how much a simp he can be sometimes. Two, I'm scared. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know that girl, so she could be like a straight up divorce maxer. And he's not that great at reading the signs of me when it comes to women. He's very he gives them the benefit of the doubt kind of guy. So yeah, I hope he doesn't get like a divorce maxer girl, green card maxer. Well, I mean, not a green card maxer, but just like get the green card and then divorce and all that and stay here. Oh, you're still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyways, the second part of that, I guess the AI thing that I guess we could have talked about was I guess the dating apps. I don't know if you had any thoughts on that,
Well,
like how it could
Insomatics,
affect, huh?
Insomatics already covered that. Fucking dating apps at this point, they're all a bunch of bots. It's only like 20% women and like 80% men using that shit.
Wait, dating Insomatics had a new video,
No,
or
no,
he's
no.
still
He
under the dark?
no, he's still under the dark, but that he talked about this so long ago, he predicted it.
Oh yeah. Oh, how they're gonna be mostly bots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been pretty bad. I mean, I check in every now and then to like subreddits of dating, and each like 6 months more, it's just abysmal. I do think like young people, for some reason, it's not that hard for younger people, like people, I don't know, guys like in their 18 to like 23. I think it's more active for them, or maybe like around college. But once you hit like 27, it's very abysmal. Even for like Chad Lights, it's abysmal. It, it's pretty much Chad gets everything after 25 until like 34, 35. After 34, I'd say average guys do get saved, but like it's pretty much cuck relationships, it seems. And a lot of those guys will just accept that for marriage.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's why I always tell dudes, man. I tell them all the time. I said, You better be grateful that you get any old bitch, even if she's old, because it ain't gonna get any better.
Yeah, my friend. No, he's not a friend. He's my friend's brother. I think he's like 31. He breed maxed. He made a kid, but with a crazy chick in his early 20s. So he has a kid, right? Um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, he has a kid. He's pretty conservative though, so he dates like mostly conservative chicks. The thing is with the kid, like these conservative chicks don't really want, like once they find out about the kid, it just destroys his chances. So, but the thing is, he doesn't really have a good job and he's kind of fat. So I had the theory like if you have a kid, if you lose the weight and you get a good job, I think girls won't care, especially if you go maybe for like a more liberal chick. But if he's going for like conservative chicks, like oh man, it's gonna be hard because um, yeah, girls don't want to be with a guy with a conservative chicks don't want to don't want to get with a guy with a kid like that. Um, so he's pretty much dating just this 40-year-old white chick. He's 31 and he's pretty much like I
Damn.
think we asked him like why are you with her if like she's not that great. I know she's better than your crazy mother of your kid, but like why are you and you said you want more kids, like you're not like why do you want a family, like why are you with it, and he straight up said like I don't really have a choice, you know you know I don't really have a choice all I can that's my only option pretty much.
Yeah, that's always been me too. It's old women maxing, and so
Yeah,
Maddox talked about that too.
and to be honest, he didn't sound doomer about it. He's a pretty technical guy. He said it like an actual fact, just like I don't have a choice, like that's all I can get.
How
He
old is
didn't.
he? 31,
He's
you said?
31. He's 31. I personally think he sees his scenarios more doomsy than I think it is. But yeah, he's 31. He's 6'2", Latino
Damn.
guy. He looks
Is
if
he
he
ugly?
no man, he's like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Well, if he's a
He's,
5, it makes sense. The 6, same thing. But if he was a 7, that's still. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But
he has a
damn,
belly, but it's not that noticeable because he's tall. You know those tall guys when they have a belly doesn't notice that much.
yeah, it blends in with the height.
It blends in with the height. Yeah, bastard. Yeah, but yeah, he's 6'2". He has and yeah, but the thing is, he's like Uber Eat maxing, just like DoorDash maxing. He doesn't really have a career.
And he has a kid already.
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, he made a kid with a crazy chick in his like early mid 20s.
And now he's with some old hag.
Yep, yep, that's the best he can get. He says.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's below average, well, if he's average looking, yeah, that's that. It sounds like I don't even know what his woman is. Is she? What is she from a
she's
check?
um she's for a 40-year-old, she's not bad. Not gonna lie, but she definitely looks like she's 40, but she's not. She's I think, and a lot of us think he could do better, but I don't know a situation more than him. He doesn't
Yeah,
really have a career at 30. So
yeah. Like at least in your case, you got your own business, so that's good. But if you don't have shit by 32, I mean, it's pretty much a wrap. I mean, I'm in my 30s, so it's a wrap for me too. But I'm kind of like in the same situation as him. Is basically old women.
yeah, yeah,
So
he's a
if you don't have a certain status
status.
your
Yeah,
by 30, you're pretty much just gonna get at best, at best, just old women.
yeah,
And I'm talking like not even not even early 40s. I would take it further and say mid 40s to like early 50s.
shit.
I
Oh, your microphone.
I was 30 years old in 2020, and I smashed a 51-year-old black woman, and I could have stayed with her, but I was like, man, hell no. She's aging. She's getting old. She already has like fucking gray hair. I'm
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? But that's how bad it's gonna get. Like it's not as bad. That's as good as it's gonna get for guys like me. It's just
Yeah.
old, washed up women.
Yeah. So that's one. Yeah. So that's one thing. That's one side where it's like they're just taking what they can get, and then that's one faction of men, right? And then
That's one faction, and
yeah,
that's
and
the
then the
lucky
other,
faction because you're getting
yeah,
physically real women, but they're just old.
yeah, yeah, and then like another faction I've kind of discovered as I've kind of been like, I've been kind of social maxing a little bit, but it's not much with chicks. It's just like bros. But another faction I'm kind of seeing is like guys that are there's like I swear it's maybe it's like a phenomena here in Los Angeles, but like low tier guys going like dreaming about stunners, like going trying to go for girls out of the league, and
That's
no one
insane.
no one's telling them that like, bro, I'm sorry, man, but she is like the hottest chick of the group, and look. I mean, I'm not trying to say you're horrendously ugly, but you kind of got a belly. Your face is like a 4 out of 10, and it's not just one guy. It's like 2 or 3 or 4 guys here. And from time to time, I see they're just like low tier, low crap job, not that great of a face. Or maybe they do have a decent face. I don't know, but they're not definitely not on the level of a stunner woman, and they're just asking out stunners. They're dreaming about stunners. They're only swiping yes on like 8 out of 10 chicks. And I swear, I think there's like a faction of men. There's just men that are just delusional.
I think that's a larger faction, bro. I keep hearing these stories about average looking guys and ugly looking guys still striving for like sevens and eights. I'm like, man,
and,
it's no wonder women get so upset.
and yeah, and then that's just giving these 8 out of 10s like giga power. Just royal queen energy. If they just
It's not just them, it's even the fives and the sixes because once these guys realize they start to maybe hit something within their look scale, those women already got hit. The average looking women get hit by ugly men all the time.
oh yeah,
And so now average looking guys aren't hitting on average looking women all the time. And so when they don't get them, they just go down, and then
they go
average
down.
looking
Yeah,
women get that giga power you're talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I swear, I'm just like I didn't know this until I started just branching out, meeting more people. But there's a big delusional faction of men growing out there, and they're getting hyped up by this like by a lot of red pill energy, like YouTube videos, like, well, you're a man, I get it. I get it. I get women, they make up max. I get it. A lot of them are fat. It's kind of like that hate cell content. Like, oh yeah, a lot of women are fat. She's a 6 out of 10. She's not an 8 out of 10 because of the makeup. Like just being a critical of women, which is fine, but don't be delusional about where you stand. It's just a lot of delusional selves, I guess.
Delusional cells would sound better because they're not getting laid at all, but they're so fucking delusional. That's why. Like, see, people
Yeah,
people on my old channel would some of my subscribers would kind of get jealous of me of my progress with women, and be like, "Well, what do you do to get these old women?" I
hmm
just tell them I'm not a delusional guy. I just see
yeah,
them for what they are, and I fuck them, and that's it.
yeah,
And that's what helps me not be a
yeah,
delusional cell thinking just because she's old she's not gonna have options. Cause bro, I tell you, man, if I post any of the old pictures I've had of the old women and I put them on Tinder,
yeah.
man, they're gonna get a lot of options of dudes. That's what the red pill can't handle. They can't Undead Chronic, TFM, they can't handle
Yeah,
that shit. I
yeah,
mean, TFM probably could, but Undead Chronic, Hammerhand, uh, the Lion of MGTOW, all these guys can't handle that. Older women may be old, but they're always gonna. I mean, old women are slaying young dick, bro.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
They're getting young dick, man.
oh yeah.
how many of these old MGTOW guys? No hate to them, but how many of them do you know that young women are throwing pussy at them? Not a lot. Maybe
Yeah.
a few, if that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, very relationship oriented Gen Z men. I think we talked about this earlier, but a lot of relationship oriented Gen Z men I've seen are dating up, or they're marrying up too. Like women late in their late 20s, um, men in their 30s are marrying, dating women in their later 30s. Um, because I swear, like a lot of the Gen Z or women in their 20s are on monk mode. They're doing monk mode honestly better than the men, I think, today. They're monk mode maxing better, much better than I think the guys. And obviously, they're biologically inclined to be able to hold it in better than guys.
I don't know.
Um,
I keep hearing different things like we see the videos all the time, like Denmo. I don't know if you know that guy.
uh
He's
huh.
always bashing men, talking about we are the weakest generation. And even Tim
Yeah.
Pool talked about the man is G. And so I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
he's right. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But I still think there's a larger portion of men that are weak.
Oh yeah.
Like not physically, but just mentally and inspirationally. I don't think there's a lot of motivated guys.
Yeah. It's been our conditioning, pretty much,
But you know
especially.
why that is? They don't talk about why. They always come up with bullshit reasons. That's why I hate
Mhm.
all these normie channels that are big, like Denmo. Uh, there's another one. What's this guy's name? KZ Xander. I can't stand that
Mhm.
motherfucker. He's another one. Um, all these normie channels keep blaming it on men and keep saying that it's because we don't go outside and play and all this other shit. But they
Oh
don't
yeah.
realize that we've been sedated for the past
Yeah.
50 decades.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
sedated. I mean, we're
Sedated.
sedated now more so than ever. That's why we're so quote unquote weak,
Yeah.
because we got look, think about it. It comes down to a supply and demand thing, right? So when all the men that we're talking about right now, from incels to black pillars to red pillars to MGTOWs,
Yeah.
we're not looking at, as soon as you take out pussy out of the conversation, right? You take women out.
Yeah.
Let's think about how good we actually do have it when it comes to food. We don't have to go out and hunt our food. So that makes us weak. We can buy as much as fucking junk food as we want,
Life
and that'll
quality is.
keep you,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll keep you sedated. It
Yeah.
keeps you sedated, and the aggression goes away, the hate goes away. So
Yeah.
as men, we have it just as good as women do when it comes to like economical survival. I mean,
Yeah.
we have money. Our money stretches far more in other countries.
Yeah.
Um, and what we don't have good is technically when it comes to a few things. If you don't have your shit together by the time you're 30, it's a wrap. If
Yeah.
you don't have a good job and you're working dead end jobs for the next 10, 15 years, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
If you don't have a pension plan, it's a wrap. So if you don't have your economical status in order, yeah, you're pretty much a failed sale at that point.
Yeah.
If you don't have your money together or you don't own a business, you're a failed sale.
Yeah.
You're a doomed sale for life, because which woman is gonna want to fucking sleep with you?
Yeah.
Especially if you're talking about not paying her. So there is no hope for guys that don't take their social status serious. So yeah, we have it good for so many other things, but if you don't get your money together, which is part of your status, I mean, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
And
glad
the
you got your
status.
own business. Go ahead.
I don't have my own business, but I have a rental property that gives me side money. I don't have my
Right,
own.
right.
I'm not an entrepreneur or anything. I just have a normal job, STEM job.
Yeah,
Um.
that's good, man. That's good. But I mean, don't give too much info. But I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
glad. What
Exactly.
I'm saying is you're definitely more financially stable than me, and most of these guys out here. I can tell you that, man. So
Yeah. And honestly, my dad set me on that path. I gotta give credit to him. Um. A thing about it is that there is a certain privilege you have and the parents you are given to and what the advice they give you. Um, I have a friend and his parent his mom. This guy's like he is 6'4", I think 6'5", 6'4", one of those two. And he's a 35-year-old and he ain't got shit options. He's a decent look. He has like something similar to my face, like 6 out of 10.
Hey man, I lost you for a second.
Oh yeah. You hear me now?
Yeah, I lost you for a few seconds. You're gonna have to repeat everything you said.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I have a friend, and he's like 6'4", right? 6'4", 6'5", decent face. Um, but the thing is, his parents, man, his parents were highly like they bullied him a lot, especially his mom. So he grew up with like low self confidence. So
You got a shout out.
oh yeah, somebody boy, yo, yeah, I am Jesus, shout out to I am Jesus whole one. But yeah, so just the parents you're given is like a really big privilege as well. So I gotta give some credit to my dad, and I gotta give some credit to myself because, like, to be honest, I was in the back of my back in the behind my head. I was focusing on status throughout my 20s, on your monetary status, um, though sacrificing my social status many times too. Because in your 20s, if you want to send, honestly, girls don't give a shit that you're broke until maybe like 28. So I could have ascended earlier had I social status max, but I didn't. I was focusing on like 30s game, monetary status, and it is what it is. I put it, I had nothing, almost nothing till like 28, 27. So it's just different paths people take. I know some guys that like social status max hard, and they're just on that. They're just paycheck to paycheck in their 30s. And obviously, there's a big hybrid mix between those two.
Yeah, that's why I always said, I mean, I'm pretty much that guy at this point, but I try to help younger guys not make the mistake that I did. My mistake was overspending maxing. That's what I did. I was overspending on shit that was mainly not worth it. Some of it was, but
Hmm.
most of it wasn't.
Hmm.
So like that was my biggest mistake. If I would have saved all the fucking money that I've had back then till
Hmm.
now, I would have had a lot of money saved up. I would have been able to do the passport bro thing. So in my case, I'm just a poor cell. I'm not which is worse, but I'm a poor cell. I
Yeah,
have money. I still have the paycheck's not the same as
the
other more
microphone's breaking up.
financially independent black pillars. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, and
Okay.
I try to tell the younger ones like, try not to commute. If you're going to college, try to live there, but try to try to social max as much as you can before all those opportunities go to waste. Because like there are almost no opportunities to social max when you're 30 compared to when you're 20 or 8, 19 or 21. And
I mean,
girls,
it's gonna be nothing but old women. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Even if you're Chad light, like you have to be Chad or Giga Chad post 30, or be a cuck maxer, married beta bucks maxer. And those are the pretty
Cuck
much two.
Maxi.
Yeah, yeah, cuck maxing, beta marriage kind of shit. Um, so yeah, that's why I messed up, too. So I try to tell them, yeah, focus on the monetary. It's a hard, balance to find, but don't forget the social shit too. Don't forget the some of that circus crap too, because later, there ain't shit. So that's
I'd rather be a wall banger than a fucking cuck maxer, man. Wall bang.
I know, yeah, and it's sad because yeah, that's just the way things are, man. Like off a woman, all the times I see them end up getting married, it's to some just doormat, and I don't know. I think it's just always been like that. I was trying to say it's kind of a new phenomenon. I certainly think it's more popular now. It's the majority now. I think back then it was more probably like the minority.
Dude,
but it still
every
happens.
guy that I've met from millennial to Zoomer in
Uh-huh.
the past 10 years, at by now they're doing the same shit that I've done. They're fucking post wall to full wall women. Like the women are always gonna have the sexual options as long as they look attractive to some men. Their
Yeah.
fucking eggs may be dead, the reproductive system may be over, but
Yeah.
it still doesn't matter because it defeats the purpose of saying that it's over for women. It's not, as long as they have dick offers.
Yeah.
So it's a wrap. I mean, for men, that's why I don't understand the red. It's over for women in their 40s and 50s. It's
No,
like,
no,
no,
not
it's
even.
not, man.
Not even.
It's not.
And they're good
They may
traveling with
not.
their friends too.
Yeah, yeah. It may be over as far as their reproductive system goes, but as far as their dating, even their fucking sex life and marriage status goes, no, it'll never be over for women. Even if they're like fucking, I would go as far as say 60, man. Any guy that
Woman.
fucks women in their
Mhm.
70s or 80s, he's just sick. I would never do that. But yeah.
Yeah, women have mastered the art of having fun without the other gender.
Well,
Like,
not only that, but mastered how to obtain sex from younger men, even as
oh
they
yeah,
get old. That's
oh
even a
yeah.
more brutal black pill.
Well, to be fair, I do think a woman's paradise is different from a man's paradise. I think all women underneath do want a big, a big nice wedding, married to like a guy that loves them, and I don't know, it's like a guy that probably a rich, handsome guy, but also they all kind of dream of that, right? I think that's like their fantasy. I do think they cope hard when they're alone and they're having sex with younger guys, but I think it's more of a coping because they gave up on the blue pill marriage crap
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
used
that's
to
a good
have.
way to put it.
You know,
Yeah. But the
they're better
thing is,
copers, though. I'll say.
they're better. Yeah, for a young guy, it's like if you're fucking old women, it's either a cope or not a cope. And for the guys that it's not a cope, they're
Yeah.
happier than the old women because they're getting their needs met by an old bitch, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because young guys, when you're young and you're fucking old women, I tell you because this is what I did. I didn't give a fuck about the marriage. I'm just glad I got validated by some old bitch and
Oh,
not
you have
have to
another
pay some.
microphone? It keeps breaking up. I don't know if you have another one or maybe you just have to
No,
plug it in again.
hold on. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, here and there.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back inside. I'm outside. I think I'm losing signal. Give me just a second. Hold on.
Oh, okay, sure, no problem.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Sure.
Is that better? Hello?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's better. Much better.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that at the end of the day, I mean, you just can't you can try to compete with women and you'll win some, but you'll mainly lose all or most.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, depending on which fucking trajectory this country is going, it's pretty much a wrap for most guys, unless you're like in the top 1%, which is fucking ridiculous. What are they saying now? The 99.1?
I think right now it's 95.5.
Yeah, shit.
I think 2015, 2014, might have been like 80-20. But 80-20 is like over by now. It's been like 90-10 around 2018, but now it's like 95-5 pretty much.
Dude, you know what's fucking crazy about all this shit? Get ready to get surprised. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm glad the chat is listening, if they're
Sure,
still listening or watching.
sure.
You know, all this cook shit and all this symbology and all this crazy shit that's going on. It reminds me of medieval times because the same shit you're seeing now, you
Yeah.
used to see in medieval times. So, like in medieval times, the guys that couldn't get women, you know what they would get? They would just get to be the jesters to entertain the couples.
Yeah.
And they
Oh
would get
no.
like they would get like money for that.
Yeah.
And then the simps would be like watching the king and the queen fuck, and he would just be standing there with the fucking
Oh my
towel
gosh.
and cleaning up their mess. Oh
Oh
my god, that's what you're seeing right now, bro. That's what
yeah,
it's
man.
gonna go back to medieval times.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much jesters. To be fair, the dating game has made a lot of us just jesters. Because think about it, what percentage of the men in the dating game are getting shit? Very few. And
Just the top
95,
percent.
yeah, 10% are getting shit. 90%, let's be honest, are just court jesters.
Yeah. Yeah. All the guys in the middle, they're just getting either used up women that are young, but they're
Yeah,
used up,
they're getting
or
played.
they're getting leftover women
Yeah, or left.
that are
Yeah,
like in their 30s.
yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
there's a guy I know right now who's a fucking actor, and he actually came out in the TV series called Teen Wolf.
Oh wow.
This guy got married to he's 19. In
Damn.
2019 he was 19, and he
Hmm.
got married to a 29-year-old millennial bitch.
Yep, that's happening. I've been saying that in my last video. Gen Z men, they're traditional. Can't find traditional Gen Z girls. They're marrying millennial women.
Yep. I'll send you that shit on Discord, man. I actually know his dad. I work with his dad, and his sister was a real gigaho,
Hmm.
and I could have smashed her. She was real beautiful, but I was like,
Hmm.
I'm so disgusted at these young women having such a high body count. I
Oh
don't even
yeah.
care if they're fucking eights. No, bro, like she's legitimately an eight, and I could have fucked her. I'll send
Wow.
you a picture of her. Yeah, like
Wow.
a legitimate eight,
I
blue
would have
eyes and
shaved.
blonde hair. An eight, bro, I could have fucked her
A
if I really
blonde?
wanted to.
Damn. How tall is she?
And huh?
How tall is she?
My height like 5'5", 5'6". And
Damn.
I still said hell no to that because she has 1,000 cock stare. So I was like, I'm not gonna fuck this nasty ass hoe.
How could you
And
have fucked her? Like she met DM'd you or like how?
oh, we talked in person, and she was just looking to get married. She still wanted that marriage
Oh, marriage.
validation.
So both their
And I
families
remember,
kind of like very marriage kind of
yeah,
shit.
they are. And so she still has that. It didn't change the fact that she had a little hoe phase, but she
So
had
her whole phase was like 18 to 21, and right now she's
yeah,
22,
no, younger. Her own dad told me she started fucking around like around 15, 16.
all the way to
To like she got straight by like time she got to be 18, 19 around there.
wow.
And then when I met her, she was like almost 19. And then we had talked, and she gave me that Beta Bucks hope. But
Yeah,
because I'm so black pilled, I didn't buy it. I was like, nah, I don't care if you're an ape. You can go fuck yourself. That's basically what I told her without saying it directly.
you know
And
that's a
like,
set. Uh-huh.
yeah, the way she looked at me was like she couldn't believe it. She thought I was gonna simp, and I didn't. So I'm so proud of myself. But I'll send you the picture of her. I'll send it to you right now. Hold on, so you don't think I'm bullshitting. This is why my channel was so real. People like me because I was legit. Hold on, let me go get my phone. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem.
That's the thing. I'm so glad she was so dumb that she gave me the power of rejecting her, and I felt so good when I did that. It
Damn,
feels
that's pretty
so
good.
good. Yeah, that's the blessing men don't have anymore. The
Oh
fact
yeah.
that you still get to reject women. So I'm so lucky that I got to reject an 8 out of 10. And I dare anybody in the chat to talk shit to me. I will literally
Mhm.
show you the bitch I rejected. Hold on. If you don't believe me, I know you will, John, but the chat may not. So I'm sending to you right now.
Yeah, yeah,
This is the
sure.
hoe I rejected. Hold on. I got to screenshot her real quick. And she's on the internet. That's the crazy part that you
She's
can
married now?
find.
to to a chump or something, to some other guy?
Yeah, she got her beta bucks, man. Beta bucks are always gonna fall. So I'm gonna send you a picture of her brother. I'm gonna send you a picture of her. Hold on.
Hmm.
Uh-oh, I can't find her pictures now. Come on. Where the fuck are you, Angel? I know you're in here. Her name was Angel. Her brother's like a fucking chat light, almost a Chad, and this dude married an old 29-year-old
Oh
millennial
yeah,
bitch.
I'm seeing that a lot. Even if they're
I
Chad
can't
Light,
fucking
they're
believe that, man.
yep,
That's how
yep,
bad the thirst is, dude.
yep. There's trumps any Chadness out there these days, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Come on, hold on, bro. Hold on. Motherfuckers, damn, they're protecting her, but I got a picture of this hoe.
Imagine you snapshot it and it says this picture cannot be snapshotted.
Oh, dude, I hate that shit because
so
the chat's gonna roast me. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Overseer's lying." I'm not lying though. I'm not. There's some pictures in here, but that's not the ones I'm looking for. Um, hold on. God damn it. Well, her name is Angel Wadsworth, and her brother's name is Benjamin Wadsworth. This dude used to
Oh,
came
damn.
out in Teen Wolf, and this dude got married to a fucking old millennial hoe.
Yep, there's a lot of that going on.
Hold on, and give me a sec. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find a good picture of her. I find pictures of her, but they're not good ones. So that's why I said she's like an 8 to a 7.
Does she
She's
work at
probably
UPS?
she used to.
Yeah, I
No,
found
wait,
her.
she came back. Yeah, she came back.
Dang, she's pretty cute.
You found her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
that's her, bro.
Facebook.
Yeah, that's
Oh
her.
damn,
I
pre-pregnancy.
rejected the shit out of her, bro.
Now she has a baby now.
Yeah, but that's her, bro.
Dang,
Yeah.
really? You rejected her when she was like
Yep.
she was thin and all that. She was a
Yeah,
fat.
when she was thin, now she's fat and ugly. But when she first came on to me, that's
Damn.
how the black pill saved me, man.
Why? Just because she had 1,000 cocks there?
Yeah,
I probably would have done
I
it.
know you would have, but I didn't.
Why? Because like you just don't want something that used. Because I mean, escorts are used. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
find
but
your
not
reasoning.
not like her, bro. Not like her, man. This bitch was around, man. Her own dad talked bad about her, bro. Her own fucking dad trusted me more and talk bad about her daughter.
Wow.
That's how black pilled he is.
Dang.
Yeah, that's her, bro. Now look, did you see her brother?
What's his brother's
I'll say,
name? The first name?
Benjamin. He's an actor for Teen Wolf. I'll send it to you on Discord though.
Let me see. I can probably find it on. Let me see. Cypress, Texas.
Yep.
He's little. He's a little kid, right?
No, he's not little by now. He's already in his early 20s.
Oh, I guess I'm looking at an older picture.
Hold on, I'll send you a picture of him. You found her.
I
You
found
didn't
him
find.
too.
You found him?
Yeah, brunette, curly hair guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, man. It's
Is he a Giga
hoes are
Chat or a
everywhere.
Chat Light? What would you give him?
I don't know. He's so young. I can't really.
I
Maybe
sent you pictures.
let
Sent
me
you
look
pictures.
more updated pictures. I guess.
Yeah, I sent them to you. Those are updated. I would say he's a Chat Light, man. Almost Chad, really. And he's
Well,
not tall. He's 5'9".
he's a
I
Chad
sent to you
light.
on
Yeah,
I sent to you on Discord.
he has like a very defined cheeks, but his eyes are kind of beta.
Yeah.
I think yeah, he's a Chad light. Yeah, and he married a 29-year-old.
Yeah, she's man. If you look at her,
She's
I
pretty.
would say today's standards, she's ugly, and she's really not. Her name is
You sending her to me too?
huh?
You sending a picture of her to me too?
Yeah, let me look her up. It's cause hold on, his wife is right here. His wife's name is hold on. He's 23 years old. He was born in the same city that I was. Hold on.
Yeah.
His wife's name is Stella Maeve. Maeve. Stella Maeve.
Let me see. Oh, I found Maiva.
Yeah,
There's no profile pictures though.
I'll send you a picture of them when they got married. Hold on, I'll send you right now. This is
Yeah,
why
I
you don't
mean,
want to be an actor, man. All your information's on the internet.
I know. I kind of want
All
to be
right,
an actor for a bit, but no, I don't think so anymore.
you tell me if she's pretty. I don't think she's pretty, man. I think she's okay. I give her a 6. Hold on. I give her like a high 6, like a 6.5. And this is what
You taking
younger
the age
guys are
into account?
marrying. Huh?
You taking the age into account?
What agent?
You taking her age into account? Her
Yeah.
age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Get it? That's her.
Oh, hmm. She's
She
not
got
fat, at least.
no, he's better looking than her though. That's my point. That's what you're saying too, is that Gen Z guys are basically picking up
He is
leftover
older though.
millennial.
No, yeah, they are. Well, you know what? You know where that hold up. Let me first talk about her looks. Um she's very makeup maxed. She's makeup
She's not
maxing.
pretty, bro.
She's makeup maxing just to look like an average chick. So God
Yep, there
forbid
you
what she
go.
looks like without the makeup.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a and dude, if guys like him are getting women like that, for
Yeah.
guys like me and you, it's a wrap, bro.
Well, the thing is, it's really cucked for conservative cells because I'm hanging out with like some more like my friends is like in the conservative circles, and they have two routes: accept inceldom, or especially if they're Gen Z, marry a millennial girl. Because the thing about conservative cells is they want to marry a girl when they're young. They don't want to marry a girl when they're 35 or 40. They want to marry a girl like
Ah,
when they're a young guy. And the thing is, conservative cells they try not to fap. They try to pray to God and meditate and
religious cells, yeah.
yeah, religious cells. So the only thing they can do is they won't escort max. So the only thing they can do is marry a girl for sex. It's like a time machine, you know. So that's how it was back then. You'd
The
marry,
guys the guys at work, man, they were so pissed when I told them the story how I rejected an 8
yeah.
or a
Oh,
7 out of 10. They were
I
like,
know.
dude, how could you that you could have ended your inceldom? I'm like, no, that would have furthered my inceldom. I'm already in inceldom now, so what's the
Yeah.
point? Just to brag about how I got with an 8? I don't
I
give a
mean
damn.
that's part of being in the matrix, I guess. Yeah. Brag about
Yeah.
being banging an eight.
If you're
No.
truly black pilled, man, you would. If you're truly black pilled, this is what I say. If you're truly black pilled, and you know, even if you can get a very attractive woman, and you know that it's gonna lead the same path as any other MIFTOW guy, what's the point of accepting her? Really? If you're not gonna get a long term relationship, what's the point?
Just for sex, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, that's my only loss is that I lost, the fact I probably could have, smashed an 8 out of 10. But so what?
Yeah.
I mean, she's not even tall, so you already know I don't have a thing for
That's
short
true.
women. So that's why it
But
was probably easier
what
for
if
me.
she was 6 feet?
Oh no, I would have fucked the shit out of her. Yeah, if she
There
was
we
tall.
go. There
Yeah,
we go.
no, no,
Every
you win.
I
You
had
win
this
right there.
I had this rule. I was with my friend. Like every guy has a girl that he will break some rules for.
Absolutely. For me, is the height.
Yeah,
So because she was short, it was so much easier for me to say no to her
yeah.
because she was literally my height. Like when I would stare at her, she would be directly looking at my height. So that's how I know she was my height.
I would have been okay with that, but yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you're
and I,
right.
I asked her husband a long time ago, I was like, how tall is Angel? He's like 5'5". I'm like, oh, shit, that's my height. He's like, yeah, you're all about the same height. Yep.
Dang.
So yeah, but if she was 6 feet, oh hell yeah, I would have fucked the shit out of her.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought I was gonna say earlier is that yeah, it's unfortunate. A lot of guys. Well, I'll get to the Gen Z marrying millennial thing, but a first thought I was gonna say a lot of guys are they're marrying girls with pats. You know, create like hoey pat, and I think that's normal, obviously. But I know a couple, and the girl, she went crazy in college, and the guy in college was just praying, praying. That's why, like, that's why I agree with the conservative and some of the religious dogma and all that. But the way they approach life is really cucked. Sometimes they go way down too far into the white knight crap because the guy they're in college, he was just praying and praying and praying, and eventually he found this girl who banged a lot of who did a lot of sexual crap in college, and she was not praying and praying the whole time. She was having her fun, and he's ultra conservative maxer, and they're gonna get married. So, unfortunately, being a conservative cell, you do things that just unfortunately give women more power in this day and age.
Yep.
That and then marrying older wall roast, it's fine if they're a virgin, then at least I give them some respect. Or if they have maybe one guy count, but just like marrying as a Gen Z guy when you have so much time ahead of you just for sex, finding a loyal wife, and you can't find it in Gen Z girls, you find a millennial girl that's down. That's also giving more power to conservative maxing. It sounds alpha, but these days it can lead towards just women just winning the gender war game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, the gender war is pretty much over for men. I mean, it's only going to continue because of money and status, but as far as dating, men have already lost that war to women big time. The only reason why the war continues is because the men who don't want women for sex, they still got to compete with women over status and money. So, like, let's say you own a business, like how you own a business, right? You're not going to jeopardize your business just because there's another woman competing. You're just not going to jeopardize it because she's a woman. You're going to compete against her, right? Especially if there's no interest from you to her, or from her to you, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's the only reason why you'll continue the gender war, because of social economical status.
Oh yeah, the gender war is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like when it's at the gym, it's at some Karen at a parking lot, like some girl that's entitled and thinks she can get away with anything, and the cops will believe her because she's hot. Like, yeah, you're right. It's in the workplace too. Girls are changing the workplace to their needs instead of male needs these days. That's another big thing. Yeah, I agree, man. But it's everywhere. It's like you can't really escape these kinds of things that you're trying to change too.
Yeah, bro. So I'm so glad I rejected that hoe. I know it hurt her.
I know. Like, I'm just going. That's hard for me to imagine. But
You're
like
shocked how I was able to do that to her.
I am, because I mean, for me, especially when I was a little younger, even now, like blondes,
It's all right, bro. I know
blonde
you're gonna
girls, my
say it.
height,
Just say it, man. Just say it. If it was
I
you,
would have
you would have
banged
been
her.
like, "Oh, you are my goddess."
Yeah, I probably would have hitched up with her if or something. I don't know. I would have gone crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Would you have hitched up with her if she was 6 feet?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So
Even
it's just at the end of the day, we just like different things.
right.
The height would
We
have
like the
surpassed it
same
for you.
things with just slightly different
Slightly different.
variations.
Yeah, variations. Yeah.
So
I respect that you said yeah.
no, I wouldn't lie about that. At that point, the chat would have definitely not buy that, because the people who know me already know I have I'm weak for tall women. So they would have said, nah, he's lying. He knows if he was tall, he still would have smashed her.
Yeah.
But just the fact that she was still pretty, you know, she gave me the power of saying no to her. So
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, people at my job wanted me to hook up with her, but I was like, nah. I already see the grim future with her. If I would have hooking up with her, bro, she would have definitely, like, probably after a few years, maybe, like, I wouldn't even give our marriage, if I married her, I wouldn't give it 5 years, man. She would have probably divorced me after like 2, taking my kids and maybe paid child support.
Yeah.
That would have been me people would have called me the cook maxer at that point.
I know.
So fuck that. I wasn't gonna give her that status.
And I guess that changes the the dynamics of the dating game when you're in a conservative place versus a liberal place. Because if
Conservatives
she
are
was,
fucking stupid, man. Go
because
ahead,
if
my
that
bad.
blonde Stacy Light, because I'm gonna just call her Stacy Light. I don't know. if that blonde Stacy Light was in California, yeah, she wouldn't be married, not one bit. Like she would marry like at 31, probably 31, 32, maybe 30.
You give Angel a Stacy light? I give her a Stacy.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just because of the height.
The makeup. I think she got a little bit of makeup on. Well,
Yeah.
put a picture of her in the chat. We'll let the chat discuss if you can put it. If not, it's cool.
How do I do that?
All you got to do is save the image. I don't know which pictures you saw, but the ones you saw, I found better looking ones than that one. I just can't find them now because Google's trying to hide her.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Nah, I'm probably too lazy for that right now.
All good.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no. Well, anyways, for the chat, yeah, she's. I call her a Stacy Light. Oversfield calls her a Stacy, so you kind of know where she kind of lies. You know, she's high up there. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, it changes the dynamics because like her in the California, she would have been marrying like a 30, probably with her Stacy blonde looks, because blondes in California also get a leg up. Probably just similar to Texas. She probably would have found like either she probably hitched up with a college sweetheart, or if she went the like wait till 30 route, she probably would have got like some hedge fund manager or
Did she already had high mileage in her, man. Like her own fucking dad, bro, told me that she was a fucking hoe, man. Her own fucking dad.
Dang. If your daughter was a hoe, would you say that?
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit.
I know, right? Dang. So she married at 21?
She married Ricardo. She married a Mexican guy at I think in 2000. I don't know how old she was. She married Ricardo in 2019.
That's funny because my theory usually makes sense. Girls have types. Guys just take what they can get. So she likes Mexican guys. That's why she liked you. And she ended up marrying a Mexican guy.
Yeah. That's why I know I could have gotten her.
Yeah.
Because people at work were talking shit. They were like, "What? You really her?" Like, because
Yeah,
I mean, people were like, "You're not ugly, but you're not on her looks level still." So
yeah, well, they're dumb. They forget the fact that girl, if she has a type, and you're that type, she'll forgive like, oh, you're not a Chad or anything.
Yeah. I just feel bad for white guys, dude, because there's the white women like her that are attractive. They're either gonna go for a Hispanic guy, a brown guy, or a black guy.
You know, it's funny. I've been seeing more white chicks race maxing more these days.
I'm telling you, that's the race pill.
I think it's happening much more than like in the last 10 years. I think the last 10 years, or at least the last 15 years, it would happen. But like, I don't know. I swear, like in the last 5 years, I'm just noticing it more, man. Like, I think they're just race maxing at a higher rate recently. I don't know if you've noticed that too.
Race maxing, yeah.
Or I don't know, not race maxing. Like interracially, like dating or marrying.
Oh, I've been saying that long time ago. Why do you think white guys are going ape shit?
Yeah.
Their women are fucking betraying them. It's
well,
not
to be fair,
all their women. It's just some of their women. To be fair, what?
Well, to be fair, they still have higher loyalty rates than other races, but it's gonna affect them much more as time goes on.
All it's gonna do is depopulate the white ethnicity. That's it.
Oh yeah. Oh, what do you think of the Mexican the Latino Stormfront shooter?
Oh, I know. I forgot about that. You wanted to cover that.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was
Mauricio
crazy.
Garcia
That motherfucker was a vice cell, man.
Yeah.
That was a vice cell. I mean, if you're seeing that happening to white guys, I promise you, Hispanics are gonna be next. Hispanics are gonna be the new white, because there's still a lot of white skinned Hispanics. Mm-hmm. You still got a lot of Hispanics, even when they're brown skinned, they talk like white guys. They carry themselves like white guys. Mm-hmm. So Hispanics are gonna be.
Wait, let me get a sore throat reliever.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. So Hispanics are gonna be number Number two, acting like white dudes. So, like I've already told a million times to people that you're gonna have a rise of incels in every race, but primarily whites, Hispanics, and a few blacks. So, you guys in the chat, man, take the black pill. Stop fantasizing about getting a future wife. It ain't gonna happen. If it does, good luck. Not getting
Yeah.
cook max.
Oh wait, what? I'm back.
Cool.
Now, were you saying white guys or Mexican? Oh yeah, the Mauricio guy. Yeah.
Hispanics are gonna be doing the same shit as whites.
I know.
Hispanics are
They're
actually
last.
classified whites in America. They classify us as whites. They don't classify us as other.
I know. Yeah.
They consider Hispanic heritage white heritage, which is weird because it's not Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why the government is doing that.
Well, now the census says mixed race. They don't have the Hispanic thing anymore because they're realizing it's not a race.
What is it?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much. Well, there's white. Hispanic is not really a race. The thing is, it's more of a mixture of usually Spaniard and Native American, I guess. So they're
It's
just
still
leaving it.
it's still a race, but it's just a mixed race.
Yeah.
See, that's how racist America is still, man. They don't want to classify Hispanics as its own race, which it is. We just come from so many different backgrounds. Mexicans are not the same as Peruvians. Peruvians are not the same as Guatemalans, but we're all still Hispanic.
I know it's going to confuse a lot of Hispanics because they're either going to put white or mixed. It's very messy.
Well, that's why Hispanics are the least incels, because if you can't succeed with Mexican women, you're going to succeed with Salvadorian. If not Salvadorian, Honduran. If not Honduran, you got a long list of Hispanic women you can ascend with as a Hispanic cell or Latin cell.
Well, the thing is,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say the thing is Hispanic women are still. It depends. I see a shift, especially since 2012. Hispanic women are starting to go woke and like kind of feminazi.
Yep.
To be honest, though, they're still kind of acting. They're still kind of acting in a feminine way. They're still kind of playing the game, you know. They're playing the game when you talk to them a little bit. White chicks are like over, just it's over mode. Like they're not even almost not playing the game anymore, unless you're Chad. To an average guy, white girls aren't really playing.
I see that shift you're talking about. Hispanic women are going to be acting more like white women.
Oh yeah, I see it already with like the younger generation, but it's going to be pretty bad. There's going to be more Latino, Mexi cell, Chicano cell shooters coming up. They're going to be last though. We've had our share of Asian rice cell shooters. We've obviously had our share of white cell shooters, and we had already our share of black cell shooters. I think this like in the past 5-10 years.
Hey, yeah, you're right about that. You know what you should do in the future, man? If you want to grow your channel, you should have like the version of Bernard Riley. Like he has his own. He calls it the Black Manosphere. You should have, if you ever want to reveal your face and have like a talk show later on. I'm not saying anytime soon, but later on when you get older, you should have your own talk show on YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I won't do it, man. I don't know if I'll ever show my face. I already have, but to take it that far, I don't know. No, I would have to have a lot of shit in store and in place.
For me, it's like I'm just chilling, but if I have some investments or I have like some side businesses, if any of them take off and I ended up like doing really well, I'm probably gonna go off the face just because it's better that wealth is anonymous, you know?
Yeah. Well,
So
if I'll probably do my own Spanish Manosphere channel in the future once I get more my finances. I'll probably do that in my 40s or 50s. I'll just help younger men see where they're at now and see where the future is going.
I'll help fund you.
I appreciate that, man. You'll be the co-host then.
I'll dip in here and there anonymously, but Yeah, I'll be down to fund you. You know, I'm too much in the blue pill matrix to go too heavy with that. Um,
I
but
understand.
if you're like going hammer hand mode,
Yeah.
I'd be down to fund you. You know,
It'd
stuff
be
like
it'd be
that. Help you
easier for
out.
me too because some people would recognize me and be like, "Oh, this guy. Look at him now, 30 years, he's still single." So at that point, it won't matter because I'll be old, but at least I'll be
Yeah,
able to show my face and talk about the shit that I went through
yeah, that's good.
and
Yeah.
proved how the black pill was right the whole time.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then they could have like a Hispanic kind of
Channel,
other channels,
Manosphere
yeah, as
channel, yeah.
well, like the black guys have done it, and that's
Yep.
good that they joined up, you know, because they got separate problems as well with their own women,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, that white guys can't relate with, Asian guys can't relate with, you know, so and I find it interesting, like the black gender war kind of predated the mainstream gender war. It, um, so everything we're going through is kind of like stuff they've kind of gone through in the past already, like the masculinization, the rashness of their women. It's kind of like showing us like the future, you know, the matriarchy of how their women are with Tyrone and all that.
Yeah. Yep. Chad and Tyrone, Chad and Tyrone, Chad and Tyrone.
Yeah. So yeah. My take on the guy is like, yeah, it's something I see coming up. And the thing is, I notice a lot of Latinos, especially that run into these spaces. A lot of them have like white Stormfront vibes. Um, Not all of them, but some of them here and there. And so I wasn't surprised when he said that. Like I doubt, because the thing about Latinos is, um, they are very, very much more. How do I say it? Much more. It seems they seems to be much more possibility probability of being in the matrix of being neurotypical than like I think white people.
Well, that's because Hispanics are getting most of their women needs met. But
That's exactly.
once that supply stops, then you're gonna see Hispanics act the fuck out like white self.
Oh yeah, awareness
Yeah,
IQ and all
because
that. Yeah,
Hispanics have that strong, aggressive, patriarchal,
yeah.
masculine, aggression. So that's gonna flip, and it's gonna make a lot of Latino cells turn into vice cells.
Oh yeah. And it's interesting with Mexico. I think Mexico is like the most patriarchal of all the countries, Latin America.
I
Yeah.
would say not just Mexico. Yeah, I would say Mexico and then Colombia and then Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, like the whole macho thing. Man, seeing that go to shambles, not gonna lie, I might shed a tear.
That's
Cause
gonna
like
that's gonna be globalism, man. That
that,
globalism destroys
that's
masculinity.
sad, man. Cause I like Pancho Villa, the big hats and the bow to your
Yeah.
lady, like the cowboy. Like man, seeing Mexico just become feminazi like USA, same style, man. I'll cry that day or month, whatever. Because I swear, I think Mexico's even more macho than Peru and like some other countries in South America. So yeah, that's man, that's gonna be
I
sad.
mean, well, I had my cousins come over from Mexico a few months
At
ago.
least they're still based over there. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they gave me some horrible black pills. They were like, man, some of the macho guys, they're taking the rainbow pill too. So
Oh.
yeah, man, it's sad, bro. It's sad. I really hate rainbow people, man. I don't hate them because they're rainbowish. I hate them because they're distorting the heterosexual market
Oh yeah.
and they don't care. And then now they
Yeah.
want to have this trans madness and touching your children. It's like
Yep. And,
Jesus.
I already told you about the path at the beginning of the stream,
Yep.
the children thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit's scary.
No, it's people's fault for not doing anything. People are too damn complacent.
Yeah, exactly.
At
I
that
probably
point,
got 15 minutes left for the stream, just so you know,
yeah, it's
before
all
I
good.
knock out to bed.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
What are you saying?
No, I said that's why it's so good that at that point when it gets to that level, man, I'm just gonna fucking relocation off the grid max.
Okay,
So
yeah, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, even if you have kids, man, like you have to think about it. What world are you giving those kids into?
Yep.
You know, like you know, you just the world you're surrounded. It's everywhere. I do know a couple. They have a kid, ultra conservative, but it's. I don't know if they're gonna succeed. They're like covering the kid's eyes when the TV turns on, shit like that. But man, to um to have your kid grow up and then be around stupid peers and man, I don't know. Like you have to like highlight, like give them a lot of knowledge in the house to like prepare them for the world, or it's gonna swallow them up. I
Yeah,
think
man.
maybe
But
20 years ago you could have just like chillaxed, but you can't chillax anymore.
I mean, you can chillax with just by yourself. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. I mean like for your kids, parenting and crap like stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Of course you're right. No, I mean it's over, bro. The black pill is gonna take over the red pill, and it's gonna stay there because most people can't handle it. Shit, they're already saying. I had a longest conversation with Hold the Truth Hostage. I don't know if you know him, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
have
heard
him
of
on
them.
Discord. We're pretty cool, and man, this dude is so far ahead of us, dude. Everything that he's saying is so brutally true, man. He's like,
He's a wise guy.
yeah, the moment that they took male authority it's over, bro. Like even for Chads and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The minute you don't have authority over your own family, it's a wrap, man. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. That's why you have all these kids being drug addicts like fucking 18, man.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I
So
don't pedestalize Chad as much. I don't know why people like. I get it, you know. Chad's updating on. I think the pill just surpasses the whole. Chad's gonna get cucked, dude. Giga Chad's getting cucked. There's no way to win. There's almost no way to win.
no, because gynocracy means they only care for women. So
Hmm.
as long as you're a male, even if you're the top percent of male, they don't give a fuck. Gynocracy doesn't care. It's all
Yeah,
about women. That's
exactly.
why it's called gynocracy.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
But
why I
so many
never.
fucking dudes don't
Mhm.
understand that, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's why like I never pedestalized Chads too much. I was like, they're still playing the circus for the gynocracy. I'm not jealous of their 100 Tinder matches. Like they're still playing. I mean, I guess you know they're sex maxing for free, but it's still they're still participating in the sexual circus.
Well, that's all there is that they have the best options of sex maxing.
Yeah. As I got older, I was more jealous of like I don't know someone that's off grid who married a girl like off the city, you know, off grid or some shit like that. I got more jealous of that shit as I gotten older than my 20-year-old self.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Recently, I've been more into kind of taking a break from the incel shit a little bit. I've been more like researching researching into like psychology, you know, psychology of different groups of people. Because you learn there's a lot of black pill shit there too, like alpha, like males submitting to other males in the workplace and society. Just narcissism, different forms of narcissism. Um, Manipulation tactics, and that, and then I've also been like nerding out on like an economy stuff too, just like how much debt this country's in. It's just those are the things that just been like getting like, especially the debt, like getting my mind just like damn, you know. That's also another big thing that's like crazy. That's just messed up these days.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I won't be talking too much about the black pill this way. I'm going to talk about it. I'll probably continue this channel that I have, and then I'll take a long ass break, and then I'm probably won't do that future talk podcast show until like I'm really old
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
what happens. And if I make more money, some other way, then I'll have my own I'll call it the Black Pill podcast and do like the Tim Pool kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have you on, but you'll have to show yourself at that point,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Oh,
so many other guests.
I would have to show myself.
I mean, you wouldn't have to if you didn't really want to, but it'll give more views. What you want is if you want the Black Pill to go mainstream, you have to show yourself. There's
Oh yeah.
you know what? There's a guy, an old boomer, a boomer cell. Like there's so many of them, but there's a legitimate one that actually has the balls to show his face. You should go check out his channel. He's called Love Left Me Forever.
Oh, okay.
Check out his channel. I'll send you the link to your Discord.
Is he's married? Never married?
No, he's a boomer cell.
Oh dang. At that point, yeah, why not?
Yeah. And he's getting some views because people are like, damn, this guy,
Yeah.
he's an old boomer, he's an old cell.
Yeah, I unfortunately won't. I'm like I said, I'm too much in the matrix, marriage, job, and all that. So
I understand.
if I didn't, then yeah, I would go all out. Like I said, the boomer cell. If I was him, why not? At that age, and like I would go all out. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, take your long break. Hopefully you get your back issues fixed up.
Oh, my shoulders.
Or it was shoulders. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get your shoulders issues fixed up. I don't know if you need insurance for that or.
No, I just need to quit my job, man. I need to quit the job, or I need to wait to see that new building, how it's gonna be, and then once I see that new building, if it's still like very physically demanding, I'm just gonna quit it, get my pension, get my money, and get the fuck out. See what else I do.
Like unemployment, or there's a retirement you have, pension you said?
Yeah, but I won't get that till like I'm 65, so I'm still gonna have to fucking wage slave.
Yeah.
But I'll see what, because I sure as hell don't want to work at another blue collar job.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got your finances straight, man. I hope you keep saving money, man. Don't make the mistake I did. Don't spend, man.
Yeah. I'd advise you or anyone here. You never know, like with how weird the economic times are. Just don't credit card max. Just be smart with your money. Yeah, and don't escort max if you don't have the money. All that stuff. Save, grow your own food. If you can. Just don't be stupid with your money, because it's gonna help
like
you.
Me.
Huh?
Said I'm telling the chat, don't be stupid like me.
Oh.
When you have money, save it, man. Just save it.
I'll end it on this one thought. Like, if I spent my money escort maxing when I was 20, I would not have my rental property right now. I'll just put it like that.
There you go.
I would not have my rental property now. And I wouldn't have my stock investments too. I would honestly be paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud. That's why I'm glad that sometimes prostitution's been illegal in America, because it'll help you save your money.
But I was ignorant too. I didn't know how easy it was.
It's still easy, but it's also illegal. So it confuses a lot of guys, because for me, I was so thirsty for pussy, right? When I first started doing it, that I couldn't find any website. So I saved my money up until I kept looking. And then people kind of fucked me over on that, because people were like, hey, man, I heard you wanted to hire a hooker, and they didn't want to do it. So they wanted to use me as a fucking test monkey. And they were like, well, there's this website, go check it out. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I actually did it. And all the people who wanted to see, they were like, oh, so it is real. It is. Oh my God, I'm going to do it too. So.
Yeah. So, and I was in the blue pill. I was in the matrix a little bit, like not blue pill, but like I just saving my money, just prostitution's illegal, it's bad, all that stuff. And or it's not even possible. You have to go to Amsterdam or Las Vegas. So I don't know, man. Maybe the ignorance is good when you're young.
Well, there's still a lot of scams. There's a lot of scams going on. There's more scams now. The prostitution is going down the drain too, man. There's a lot of scams.
Yeah, for you high IQ aware 20-year-olds, you know the game, you know how to get it. I'm just saying, if I spent that money as I did now in my late 20s, I would not have my investments now. So yeah, just be smart. Yeah, like
Status
like,
max first.
Yeah, so yeah,
Don't pussy max.
yeah, exactly. Okay, all right, man. On that note, I'm gonna knock out, head out to bed. Hope you have a good
Sounds
shift, rest of your shift.
sounds good, brother. Thanks, man. You take care of yourself too.
All right, take care. Bye.
Peace out.